I want to speak about something really important today, guys and girls, or anyone who's listening. And this is definitely for people that suffer with anxiety, severe anxiety. I just want to make a point of saying everybody suffers with anxiety. Maybe that's stating the obvious, but not for some people. And I'll tell you why I'm saying that, and I'm getting that out loud. And so it's therapeutic getting out, because there's a lot of people out there that are definitely like how I was in my early 20s, where I was really ashamed and embarrassed and afraid of my anxiety, and very worried about other people finding out that I had anxiety, because I was worried that they wouldn't like me. It was more like they would judge me and they would see weakness in me. But as I got older and I got more experienced, and when I became successful with achieving my goals and living my values and helping people in all different walks of life, building a business, getting a girlfriend, overcoming a lot of bullying, becoming a better person, helping people, public speaking, making new friends, letting go of negative friends, living a better life. Then I realized, oh my goodness, I wasted so many years of my life worrying about what people think about my anxiety that I didn't move forward. And what I'm trying to give people today is a better perspective, and I'll explain what I mean. Anxiety comes with being human. We're all frightened of the unknown. If we're honest, I know some people say they're not, and if they're not, then great, that's brilliant. But most of us are afraid of death. I'm afraid of death. Even though I'm a man of faith, I believe in God, I'm afraid of the unknown. Uncertainty at times triggers me, it gives me anxiety, it makes me frightened. So with that being said, it comes with being human, it's normal. But we've made it something that's not normal in our society. That's why there's still a stigma around it. That's why people feel judged. That's why a lot of people commit suicide. They take their own life. I know there's a lot more reasons that go into it, but it's because they feel ashamed. They feel that other people won't understand. But that's really not true. But I understand people feeling that way, and it's taken me 20 years to get the strength and the confidence to be open and honest about my anxieties, and to help people and continue to help people in any way that I can. Not just on social media, just any person that I can meet in my life. I don't have to coach them. They don't have to take my paid programs. Anyone that will really appreciate, I'll help them. I'll tell them my story. So look, at the end of the day, we're all going to have anxiety. Anxiety comes with living. So we might as well live our dreams, because the first 20 years of my life, I didn't go and live my dreams. I was so unhappy. So I had anxiety anyway. I had severe levels of it, and I had depression. I had no confidence, and I wasn't happy. I was a miserable person. Didn't travel, didn't get a girlfriend, didn't make new friends, certainly wouldn't make YouTube videos, didn't do public speaking, didn't inspire people or enough people, didn't lose weight, didn't train. I lived such a depressing, mundane life, because I had the worldview and I had the perception that I shouldn't have anxiety. Confident people shouldn't feel insecurity, anxiety, shyness, uncertainty. But of course it's absolutely ridiculous. As you get more life experience, you realise that confident, successful people feel all these things, but the difference is they go and do it anyway. So I don't know if any of you have heard of that book. It's a brilliant book. Great author by Susan Jeffers, which was titled Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. She's saying exactly the same thing that I'm saying, many other successful people. But it takes a lot of courage to be honest and then to go and face it, because obviously we could all say, we could all go, yep, okay, I'm just having a bit of fun. Let's say we were all in an open meeting in a therapy room, and we all just were honest and got out and said, yep, I suffer with anxiety in my life, or I have it at periods in my life. Because for me, my anxiety is periodic. There's times in my life where I'm like, oh, thank you, God, man, it's gone. Peace, things are going well in my life, my clients, my business, my relationships, getting on great with family. My sleeping pattern's good. But it's not always like that. It never stays like that. Things change. If someone else is, if I lose a friend or something happens, it obviously is going to affect me. I'm human. So if everybody admitted it, that would be a great start. But of course, it's not enough just to admit it. If you want to live your dreams, you've got to then go and take the action. Depending on who you are and where you're at in your life, one could be harder than the other. Some people are very good at taking action, which is great, but they're not as good as doing what I'm doing. They're not comfortable, it challenges them. I understand that. They're not good at being emotional about what they're feeling. They're more just action takers, and I have a lot of respect for that. I'm trying to help people to be both, because I know that both is so valuable, where you can take a lot of action, but you can stop caring what people think, because again, you can't stop people having their opinion. You cannot control other people, and you cannot control them saying negative things about you or positive, but you can control yourself. You can control how you live your life to a large degree, right? And you can also, what I practice, accept there's things that none of us can control. We can't control a lot of things. So it's having this understanding and actually being able to apply it. So, many years ago, I was under sort of the feelings and the beliefs that, well, I can't really go out and help people because I've got anxiety and I have these struggles. And then I realized that's a load of BS. I've got a talent, I've got a gift. Everyone has a gift. Most people will never use it. They go to their graves because fear beats them, anxiety. So when I started to teach, the more I helped other people and stopped focusing on me, the better results I got for people. That's been a continuation. Actually makes me personally, makes me a better teacher, because I teach not just from teaching because I'm an expert and I've got experience and tools and techniques and mindsets, which I do. I teach from a place of compassion, and I never lose sight of how hard it is for people, because I'm reminded every day with my own anxiety. Sometimes I experience anxiety. A lot of the times when things are going well, I get triggered, even though I'm happy and I'm grateful. At times it frightens me, it triggers me. It's childhood stuff, how my mind is, but I've learned to deal with it. So it's how you deal with it. And you've got two options. You can let the anxiety keep you stuck, then you can't make money. You care what people think to such an unhealthy degree that you're paralyzed. You can't build relationships, you can't help other people, you can't move forward, you can't travel, you can't go gym, you can't lose weight, you can't have your opinion in life, you can't go to university and study if you want, or for some people that don't want to go to university, that's not their calling, they want to go and set their own business. You won't be able to do anything because it will beat you. Where you can do the option that I've lived my life like this now for the last about 15, 18 years. I'm probably 20, but let's not exaggerate. Let's say 15 years where I just keep moving forward. If I have a goal, I go and do it. I don't worry about what other people think. And then you have a great life. So it's not like, I want to explain this to people, it's not like for me or my clients or anyone, it's not like that I don't enjoy life. I live an amazing life. Amazing life. I live my dreams. Sometimes I forget. But of course, it's not all roses and it's not all dandy. It comes with challenges. But when you don't live your dreams, it's still going to be challenging. So we can't get out of anxiety, we can't get out of challenges, and we can't get out of the fact that not everyone's going to like us. At times even our own family members are not going to like us. They're going to be critical. But you have to, my whole thing is, it's important to care about people, but it's important to not care what they think. There's a difference. So I practice it. I try, it's not always easy. I try and love and forgive anyone, even if they hate me and they criticize me, whether it's my family or family members, friends, people that I don't know, people online. But I practice every day from a calm place. I don't care what they think. They're not going to control me. They're not going to stop me doing a YouTube video. They're not going to stop me making money. They're not going to stop me telling someone that I love them, or they're not going to stop me believing in my faith. They're not going to stop me losing weight. They're not going to stop me listening to David Goggins, who I really admire, or I admire a lot of my clients, or I admire a lot of you guys and girls, or anybody. You don't have to be famous. They're not going to stop me, and they haven't been stopping me for the last 18 years. Don't care. I'm not worried, but I'm not going to stop caring about people, because for me, to live a life of not caring is finished. What's the point? I wouldn't be happy, even if I had 10 billion. If you've got 10 billion pounds, but you don't care about other human beings, and don't care about your family, I don't know what to say. It's for me, that's kind of hell on earth. It's not a nice place to be, for me personally, right? And I think I can speak for most people. I can't speak for everyone. So the choice is yours. I'm encouraging people who ask for my help, go and live your dreams, and I can give you some great analogies. if you guys still on the video, boxing, sparring, getting in the ring. Everyone's frightened before they get in the ring. Everyone is. Some boxers lie about it, fine. Some tell the truth, especially when you're new. I was scared. But going in and sparring when my legs were shaking, I was terrified. I was scared to death. Scared to death. Felt like I need to go to the toilet, diarrhea, can't speak. Scared of everything, scared, insecure. But going in and sparring every week, it made a man of me. It toughened me up, made me confident, made me less scared and enjoy it. I couldn't wait to do it. But not doing it and living like a coward is just horrible. So that is the best solution we've got as of now, with the science that we got, and for me, with my faith, move forward. And I learned that even when I'm studying my faith, when I read about Saint Paul, that Paul dealt with, a lot of people in the Bible and in life, he dealt with anxiety every day, but he still went out and lived his dreams. He still went and preached. He did what he was called to do by God, regardless of who hated him, the fears, and his faith got stronger. And that's what I've done, and that's what I continue to do every single day in my life. This is not once a month or when I feel like it, every single day. Just because you're successful, it doesn't mean that your anxiety goes away. It doesn't go away. It comes and goes. How you manage it, how you interpret it. If you have a good relationship, it's never a problem. I've said that before. Build a relationship with it. So I wanted to educate people today, but not just educate them intellectually. You really reach your heart to a point where you're like, I can feel what Jonathan's saying is true, but most importantly, it has to be true for you. Because if it's true for me, which it is, but you don't experience it, then it's just, it ain't going to be real for you. So you've got to go out and get your own experiences, and I can't do that for you. That's where you've got to apply your own courage. But I can just tell you the truth, my teaching, my life experience, and also what I've learned from other people, which is really, I guess, it's not really my teaching, but it's my life experience. And these are tools and techniques and experiences that I've developed through my own walk in life. And I can only encourage you to develop your own tools and skills and your own way of living through your life. But the principles and values are the same. Courage, guts, faith, be a good person, move forward, and stop caring about what people think, but don't stop caring about other people. And that's a huge part of confidence, self-esteem, character, living from your values, is the strength to not let their opinions, whether it's family opinions, because everyone's got one, and everyone's got a negative opinion unless they're happy, which is a shortage today, and they're confident and they're conscious of, don't bring other people down. If you're not got anything good to say, you keep your mouth closed, but that's not how a lot of people are. Fair enough. And then, that's another story for another video. So you focus on, living your life. And when you do that, surprisingly, maybe there's a little bit of contradiction. It certainly has been in my life experience. The anxiety lessens and lessens. So the anxiety will reduce according to how you're living your life. And it will increase at times. But if you don't put a label on it as bad, it's just emotions. It comes with being human. But do your own studying, which is what I've continued to do. I've been fascinated. I'm still fascinated. It hasn't gone away. I've got an obsession with fear, with courage, with being a good person, with anxiety. And I continue to learn and teach and move forward and enjoy life. I don't take it so serious. And just keep going. So you can live your dreams. And as I said, all successful people have anxiety. Name me someone in the box below. Anyone who's successful, and I'll tell you that they have anxiety. They might not be dealing with it right now, but they might have it in a month's time, or they use it. Most honest people will tell you that they've got it, but see, the difference is, you can't really criticize someone who has anxiety but is going out and being successful if you're not doing anything, which people will do. It's a knee-jerk reaction. When they're not successful and their anxiety is keeping them down, they're going to look for flaws in people. You're going to do that with me. That comes with human nature. But being a better person is, you stop doing that. Your life gets even better. But for as long as you're judging people that are doing better than you and that are more honest than you, it's just going to keep you down. So it's something that I really help my clients, and I work on it. And I know we all do it at times. We've all got an opinion, but there's having an opinion, but there's being nasty and there's being abusive. And I practice not being like that. It doesn't get you anywhere in life. So these are all kind of the same lesson, back to the same thing. To simplify it before I end this video, can go on, and I'm going to share more when I get a chance on more podcast platforms. So 2 choices. I'll leave you with the choice. Are you going to let anxiety keep you stuck and be scared and not grow as a person and be worried and mindful all the time about what people think about you, whether it's family, friends, or indifferent? Or you're going to move forward, respect. I'm a huge believer in honouring your parents, respecting people, caring about them. But you can't, when you're an adult, you've got to move forward and live your life. Otherwise, you'll be living the life that of your parents or friends or anyone, and that's not going to be according to what you're supposed to do in your life. So you can respect your parents, you can respect people, you can care about them, you can love them, and when they need help, you help them, and recognizing when they don't want help, they don't ask for it, you don't give it. That's respecting people. But you've got to live your life if you're an adult. Obviously, if you're a kid, that's different because you're not an adult yet. But when you're an adult, it's time to make your own decisions and live life according to your values, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Because if you live according to what they think, you probably won't come out of the house. You'll have mental health problems. It can lead to suicide. It can lead to drugs, alcohol abuse. Terrible, dark place. And that's not, I don't think that, I know that's not right. And even my faith teaches me that for someone to suffer to where they want to kill themselves or go on hard drugs or go to prison, or that can't be right. It isn't right. So there you have it. I hope that helps. All right, speak to you soon.